On a slightly more gloomy note, prospective students are once again being warned about bogus institutions. They're being asked to be extra cautious by ensuring that the institutions they are signing up with are registered and offer credible qualifications. It's a real problem. We've heard about this before. Let's discuss it further. Peter Creel is with us from the Independent Institute of Education. Why are you sounding this note of caution tonight?
No, Jeremy, I think this is a general note of caution to all students, but with the recent matric results where many students may have done better than expected, or maybe matric year was so busy that they didn't get to apply, there's always a risk that young people rush into accepting qualifications or institutions and then down the line figure out that they either not accredited, not registered, etc., etc. So the risk at this time of the year, when young people could potentially be quite desperate to get into higher education, is elevated.
And there are more and more of these illicit or bogus institutions, aren't there?
You know what, the department is doing a lot to get rid of them, so continuous work, but there's always chance takers, you know, people
springing up all over the place.
They spring up overnight and they disappear the next day, so they're not, you can't even really call them bogus colleges because they may be non-existent. They may be a name. So they do go up and down. The department is doing everything possible to get rid of them, but I don't think we will ever get totally rid.
You've got to have a certain degree, Peter Creel, for the students themselves. They have perhaps not got into a mainstream university or TVET college. The need to study is there, and there is a sign of desperation. There is pressure on them to further their education.
Absolutely. So the message is really there are places, there are registered, accredited places still available, so do your homework, ask the right questions, and of course, as much as you're desperate, don't go into a bogus college where you're going to spend time and money and then get zero for your money or time back in return.
All right, you tell me to do my homework and ask the right questions. What does a student need to do? Okay, or the parent of a student?
So, number one, I mean, it's the right qualification at the right institution, something that's right for you, so that's the softer side. But I think the two key issues is, are the qualifications being offered at the institution where you're applying accredited? Quite easy to check, and I'll allude to that. And number two, is the college or institution registered? To figure out if the qualification is accredited, there's a National Qualifications Framework Register housed by SAQA, the South African Qualifications Authority. So it's pretty easy to go onto their website and check, is this qualification accredited? And then, of course, there's a DHET register specifically for private institutions, and if you go into the DHET, Department of Higher Education and Training website, under resources there's a link to the register, and there you can easily pick up whether a college is registered or not.
All right, let's assume that I fall into the trap. What rights and recourse do I have either as a student or a parent?
Unfortunately nothing, and that's the risk, that's the message that we need to get over. You don't have a recourse. I mean, you can make a criminal case against the bogus college, but as far as the department is concerned, or legitimate institutions, there is no recourse, and that is.
And I'm going to imagine that you'll tell me, if I ask you how many successful prosecutions there have been, probably a big fat zero.
Pretty much close to that.
Right, Peter Creel, thank you very much indeed. A salutary warning as the academic year starts to get underway. Peter Creel is from the Independent Institute of Education.